so the other night when we were doing the live chat, a few of you wanted me to do a wedding planning video. So before I get to your questions though, I just want to say that any answers that I give are based on my own personal experience and my own opinion. Weddings are unique, so each wedding is different depending on the couple, depending on if you're simple like me or if you really want to be extravagant. You know, every wedding is a little bit different. The first question is, were you nervous the day of your wedding? A little bit, but not as much as I thought I was going to be actually. I wasn't really too nervous just because I knew we put a lot of planning into it and I knew that everything was going to go perfect. At least I hoped it did. Second question is, did you and Mike see each other before the ceremony on the big day? We did, and actually we put a lot of thought into that. We wanted to see each other before the ceremony because we both felt like we would be less nervous during the ceremony if we saw each other before. I know there's that whole tradition of it's bad luck to see the bride before the wedding, that whole thing. We really felt like it would be bad luck not to. So that was before the ceremony, and that was just so both of us could kind of, breathe a little bit and just have a minute to kind of take in the day, because weddings go by really, really fast. Everybody tells you that, but you don't realize it until the actual day of, and you're like, wow, okay, the day's over. What happened? Third question was, what was the most fun part of the whole planning process? I think it was just kind of picking everything. I think it was just fun to do it together. Most guys don't really want to be involved in the whole wedding planning process, and Mike is no different. He has an opinion about something. Listen, it's his wedding too. It's not just, girls, it's not just our wedding. It's his wedding too. So I think just doing everything together, that was the most exciting to me. Was it hard choosing your vendors? Vendors are the most stressful part, in my opinion, at least in my experience. The hardest part for us was picking the food. And I think the hard part was we had a really strict budget we were following. It was hard to find a food vendor that would work with our budget. But I kept asking and asking, and I asked all kinds of local vendors. I think I went through about 15 food vendors before I finally found one that I emailed in. I said, hey, this is our budget. This is how many guests we're expecting, and this is how much we want to spend per guest. Is this something you can do? And they emailed back and said, yeah, no problem. Okay. The flowers were easy because that was just included in our venue. Picking a venue is kind of hard too. I think for most people it's hard. For us it was easy because our venue happened to have some family history on Mike's side of the family, and so we didn't really have a decision. We were getting married there, period. Of course, a photographer is very important. If you're anything like me, you want to see all the details afterwards, and like I said, the day flies by. It goes by super fast. And you don't realize it until it's over. You're like, wait, what just happened? We just did this whole 5-6 hour day, and I remember 2 things. Photographers are also really pricey. We're lucky that we have a really good friend who takes photos, and she did our photography, so it was significantly cheaper than any of the photographers that we went to go see. The photographers ranged anywhere from $2,500 to $5,000, and that was for a basic package. But also, you want to have good pictures, so there's kind of that balance there. DJ is a very important thing to consider too, because the music can make or break your entire night. If you have a bad DJ and the music is bad and guests are kind of like, what is this music? That can make your whole wedding day sour. So really look up your DJs, look up reviews, talk to people. And actually he was our wedding officiant too, he married us. So we kind of killed 2 birds with 1 stone there. So that's a plus too, if you can do that. We found our DJ through somebody that I knew at work. She recommended him, and we met him, and within the first 10 minutes we both looked at each other and went, yeah, we want to hire this guy. He was fantastic. We didn't really have to give him detailed songs to say, I want this song and I want this song, and don't play this song, which he had a whole online form that we could fill out for playlist and definitely do not playlist. But we kind of just talked to him and got to know him, and he got to know us, and we told him what type of music that we wanted. We kind of wanted to have old-fashioned music, more of the classic Frank Sinatra type of stuff. So he just kind of played off that, and he did an amazing job. I cannot tell you how much I love this man. He was fantastic. We loved our DJ. So if you ever get married in the Central Coast, look up Paul Thompson. He is fantastic. We love him. Next question was, did you have a seated dinner or a buffet? That was kind of a big decision. We wanted to keep it casual and kind of fun and laid back, but not too like stiff and formal. So we did a buffet. We did have people serving at the buffet because that helps with the portion control. If you have people just going up to the buffet and scooping their own food, then you typically have to over order for the food because people will take a lot. So if you have people serving the food at the buffet, the food stretches out a little bit better. Let's see, next question was, how many pictures did your photographer take? A lot. She told me that she took over 1,200 pictures, I think. Yeah, like 12 or 1,300 pictures. So now I have the horribly hard decision of how many and which ones to print out. Are you guys glad that you vlogged it? Yes, I'm super glad that we vlogged it. We could have paid for a videographer, and just like photography, that's super expensive. And as beautiful as it would have looked, all edited and put to music and all that, I kind of like that we vlogged it and did it from our own perspective. And even though it's not as like perfectly professionally clean and all that, I like it from our perspective and from our brother and sister's perspective. Kind of made it more personal. So I'm really, really happy that we vlogged it. I've watched our wedding video myself like 10 times. Is there anything you would have done differently? Honestly, no. Our wedding day went off so perfectly, and I'm surprised and not surprised that it went off perfectly because we really put a lot of effort into planning. We really took our time. We really got to know our vendors. We really got to know what we wanted to do. So this is a good question. Do you think it's a good idea to have activities on the table for guests? Like fun things, giving us advice that we can open on our honeymoon or first anniversary? Yes, I do. We didn't have anything on the table for our guests. We actually had a table where they could sign the guest book and then see an album of photos from when Mike's family used to live at the venue we got married at. But yeah, I really like that idea. It's something that I kind of wanted to do but didn't do. It's a little more work and I just didn't feel like doing it. I did do little advice for the bride at my bridal shower, and I loved reading those after the bridal showers. Either do that at your bridal shower or do it at the wedding, and it's really fun to go back and read those together. Some of them are really funny, some of them are really awkward, or if your family's anything like mine, they're super embarrassing. We did have giant Jenga, which I think was in the vlog. You guys saw the guys playing giant Jenga. We also had corn in the hole. It's a little like wood plank with holes in it, and you can throw beanbags in it. I didn't get to play any games, which I'm kind of bummed about because I love games. But it's something fun for your guests because not everybody likes to dance and not everybody just likes to sit at the table and like twiddle their thumbs and try to talk to people they don't know. The last thing I wanted to talk about was the guest list. We did something that one of my friends told me about. We had an A list and a B list. The A list of guests was people that we absolutely wanted to be there, family, and then really close friends. We wanted to keep our guest amount within a certain number, so we were shooting for roughly about 100 people. The B list was made up of people, mostly friends, that we wanted to be there, but we also wanted to be within that 100 guest limit. And it ended up working out perfectly because we invited everybody on our B list. Be flexible. Things work out and the day ends up being perfect. The whole point of your wedding day is to enjoy it. So do just that. If you guys have more questions about other specific things like food or photographers or just anything really about weddings in general, send me a tweet on Twitter. My Twitter name is Andie of YouTube, or you can leave a comment in the comment section below. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe to our channel, and I will see you guys next time. Bye.